Good day and welcome. It's day 3 of the TNT Cricket Board T20 Festival. We're here with Preysal Cricket Club and the National Under-19 team, along with match official Afraz Mohammed and Secretary of the National Premier League, Rajesh Purai. We're here with the captain, Justin Gangu, and Brendan Boodoo, captain of the National Under-19 team. Match official, Afraz Mohammed, over to you. Okay. Hey, Justin, what are you going to do first?
We'll have a bat first.
And any reason for that?
Yeah, the wicket looks a good one. Hopefully we could make use of the better part of the wicket and put a decent score on the board.
What score are you looking at today?
I think anything upwards of 180 should be gettable and should be a formidable total on the wicket.
Okay, Justin, all the best.
Thanks.
Hi, Brendan, all the best today. Well, what would you have done if you won the toss?
We wanted to bowl first. The wicket looks good, so we wanted to know what we were chasing.
And last question, how important are these preparations, this sort of tournament for preparations for your team for the regional under-19 tournament coming up?
Well, it's really important, playing a Prem 1 competition with more senior guys along with it who were in Red Force trials, national teams upcoming, and yeah, it's really important for us knowing, getting experience going into this tournament.
Okay, Brendan, all the best and good luck. Thank you. And that's it for the toss. News in the middle is that Preysal has won the toss and he's decided to bat first. Good day and welcome to the T3 action of the T20 Festival. We're live at the Queen's Park Oval in Port of Spain, Trinidad. Of course, this Group A encounter between Preysal Sports Club and the Fial National Under-19 team. Preysal winning the toss and electing to bat first. So just a couple minutes or so away from this game bowling off. Of course, Preysal lost their opening match, so they'll be hoping to bounce back after that opening loss on Thursday. National Under-19 team, of course, this is their opening game of the tournament, so they're hoping to make a winning start. National Under-19 team captained by Brendan Boodoo, while the Preysal outfit will be led by Justin Gangu. We're underway. So just push onto the leg side. Ronaldo Fornelli opening the bowling rather for the 19 team. Of course, opening the batting for Preysal, Justin Jagisa and Nick Ramlal. At the toss, of course, you'd have heard Justin Gangu saying that he was looking for maybe in the vicinity of 180 batting first. This one is just played on a miss outside the off stump by Jagisa. Of course, later on today at 7 p.m, we'll see another Group A match between Central Sports Yorkshire and Queen's Park Cricket Club. That game scheduled to bowl off at 7 p.m. But for now, we focus on this game between Preysal and the National Under-19 team. Of course, this tournament being used as preparation for the regional Under-19 tournament for this National Under-19 team. So this will certainly give these youngsters some ideal preparation. Strong offside field here for Neely. This one is just glanced down the leg side. Might get 4 here and does. So first boundary of the match. That one just straying down the leg side by Fornelli. Just 3 fielders on the leg side. So we don't want to bowl too many deliveries. That one was just wrong middle and leg stump. So not a bad delivery, but well played by Ramlal. So he gets the first 4 of the match. So let's push more runs here for Preysal to get one to come back for 2 comfortable runs. Pushes the score along to 7 without loss. And that match at 7 p.m. will feature 2 teams that both started with a victory. Central Sports Yorkshire defeated Prisons on Thursday, May 7th, and Queen's Park got the better of Preysal. Funny, this one is edged, but will land well short of the first slip fielder. It's Christian Lal at first slip, and that brings the first over to a close. And the end of it, Preysal 7 without loss. Yeah, fell well short of Lal at first slip, that outside edge. 8 without loss, rather. Scorching conditions here at the Queen's Park Oval. On a bit of rain earlier this week, especially on Thursday on that opening day. No signs of rain today, so we should have no interruptions in this opening match, certainly. Kadir Juman. So you're going to see some spin right away from the other end, from the northern end of the ground. This national under-19 team would have been named following the recent North-South Classic under-19 match played a couple of weeks ago. Truman. This one is driven down the ground. It's in the air, but will land safely. Come back for 2. So Nick Ramlal out the blocks quickly here. He's 9 of 4 deliveries. In that opening match, Ramlal struggled to improve his. So just glanced away too short. Third man, they'll get another single. It's wide outside the leg stump. Better line delivery this time by Drummond. Because quite a bit of batting to come for Preysal. Likes of Aaron Banki, Sachin Chicharan, Akshay Prasad, Camilo Karambokas. Of course, for some of those bowlers expected to feature in this match for the national under-19 team, fast bowler Aidan Owen. Captain Budu is a very capable spinner as well. Expect to see some off-spin of Caden Pollard, son of former West Indies captain Kyron Pollard, along with Tyler Ramroop, also a decent medium pace bowler. Thank you all for tuning into 360 TV for this coverage. Preysal 12 without loss now after 2 overs. So steady start by Preysal. Now Lufanilli will start his second over. This one is pushed along the ground to quick single taken. Good running. Well, good. It was a quick single. Got home in the end. Direct hit by, seems to be Brendan Boodoo fielding at mid-off. Took off immediately, Ramlal. Tell you, if he hesitated at all on that occasion, he might have been on his way back to the pavilion. He took off immediately, Ramlal. Excellent running by Nick Ramlal. This one down the leg side, partially stopped by the wicketkeeper. Oh, so wicketkeeper today is Zachariah Mohammed. This national under 19 team, including a lot of players with parents and uncles who were former West Indies cricketers. I'll tell you a few of those names after this delivery. This one is pushed onto the offside. Another single taken. Yeah, Caden Pollard, the son of, as mentioned a while ago, son of former West Indies captain Kyron Pollard. We have Roberto Badri in the squad. He's not in the starting 11, but Roberto Badri, the nephew of former West Indies spinner Samuel Badri. And of course, there's Darren Danraj, also not in the starting 11, but Darren Danraj, son of former TNT spinner Rajendra Danraj. So lots of these youngsters following in the footsteps of their family members. 15 without loss, Preysal. Into over number 3, so I think both teams right now may be fairly satisfied with this start. All 10 wickets intact in hand for Preysal, while then a 19 team will be just kept only 1 boundary so far scored in the innings. So not a bad start by the national 19 team. This one is chopped on. It'll be half out. Well, Jagisar goes down the ground. Chance for a run out here, but misses the stumps. It would have been very close. Jagisar took off and reached halfway down the wicket and sent back by Ramalal. Take a look at the replay of that one. Yeah, kind of sliding down the leg side, but he took off and had to put the brakes on and immediately turn back. If a direct hit there, it would have been very close. Yeah, Jagisar struggling to get going here. Just 1 of 9 deliveries. This one is pulled away. Doesn't time it. Well fielded at mid wicket. Yeah. At the end of 3 overs, Preysal is heading to bat first off 15 without loss. Kadir Juman will start his second over, left arm spinner. Bowling to Ramlal, so it's cut away. Poor feeling there in the covers. Should have been a dot ball and may run away to the fence for forward. Good feeling at the boundary, so saving 2 runs there. Fielder just trying to confirm who made that excellent stop on the boundary. Yeah, looks like Tyler Ramroop, so good effort by Ramroop. Certainly stopped 2 runs there. So this one is cut in the air this time, but finds the gap and will run away to the cover boundary for 4. So it's excellent batting here by Ramlal. Much better from him compared to what we saw in the Preysal's opening fixture against Queen's Park on Thursday. It was a bit risky. It was a bit risky, but it did find the gap between cover and extra cover. 21 without loss now, Preysal. This one is a low full toss, just pushed along the ground to Caden Pollard. Feeling at mid-off. Deep mid-off. Just at the edge of the circle. So just dab that one down to short third man. More of a backward point position, so another single. So it's excellent batting here by Ramlal. He really keeping the scoreboard ticking over here. On the other hand, Justin Jagasar, just 1 off 10 deliveries. This one pushed onto the onside. He'll get a single on this occasion. Another single to Ramlal. So decent over there for Preysal. 9 runs coming off it, and at the end of 4 overs, Preysal batting first in this Group A encounter. 24 without loss.
At the end of the 4th over, Preysal fourth come 24 without loss. Justin Jagasar 2, Nick Ramlal on 20.
So you're going to have a first bowling change of the match. Aidan Owen, right arm fast bowler, has replaced Ronaldo Fornillier. Win into Jagisar. This one is struck away. Will get runs here. Actually goes all the way. So 6 runs to Jagisar. So break the shackles for him. Before that, 6 he was just 2 off 11 deliveries. Now he's 8 off 12. So much needed boundary for Jagisar. was Justin Jagisa, former Presentation College Shagona student. So it cuts away, well fielded by at the backward point position. That seems to be Christian Lal at backward point. Good stop by him. This one was attempted slug sweep there by Jagisa. It was way outside off stump and tried to get that one through the mid-wicket region. Then, luckily for him, he didn't make any contact with the bat because it would have been caught behind. Got this one against quick single take, and if Lal picked that one up cleanly at first, it would have been interesting to see if Ramlal would have made it to his crease. Because when Lal first got his hands on it, Ramlal was only halfway down the wicket, so fortunately for Ramlal, Lal didn't pick it up cleanly, so got home comfortably. Ramlal. This one is driven to the covers. There's protection at the backward point boundary, so fielder just has to run to his right to collect. So 2 decent back-to-back overs by Preysal. 9 coming off the 5th over and the 4th overs, and at the end of 5, Preysal 33 without loss. So Kadir Juman will start his 3rd over. Bowling to Ramlal. Ramlal is driving this one. So solid start here by Preysal, especially Nick Ramlal. He's 23 off 16 deliveries. This one struck down the ground. Cristiano Ramanan is at long on, so just a single. Pushes the score along to 35 without loss. So Siobhan fielded in the covers. It was in the air for a little while. That shot by Ramlal, but landed well in front of the cover fielder. Shuman. This one is just flicked by Ramlal, but fine. Straight to Captain Brendan Boodoo at mid-wicket. So end of a tight over there by Juman, just 2 runs coming off it. And at the end of the power play, Preysal Sports Club, 35 without loss. Just having a look at the summarized bowling figures. Both Fornelli and Juman just going at 5 runs and over. Aidan Owen was a bit expensive in his first over, conceding 9 runs. Owen starts his second over. This one just flicked over his shoulder by Jaggi Sargent. 1 bounce and goes into the boundary for 4. So a bit of innovation showed there by Jagisar. See that shot played a lot in T20 cricket. Worked out well for him, Jagisar. Just used the pace of the ball. Got 4, so pushes his score to 14. 39 without loss, Preysal. They'll get 1 to come back for 2, so good running here by Jagisar and Ramlal. Putting some pressure on the fielder at backward point. That fielder at backward point. Ahmed Pittiman. So Pittiman couldn't stop the 2 runs on that occasion. Yeah, seeing the look at the replay, Jagisar ran that first one very hard. They always say in cricket, run the first one hard and to always give you a chance of getting a second run. See players like Virat Kohli, one of the best runners in between the wickets. This one is struck down the ground. Will get runs here and get 6. It goes all the way. So Justin Jagisar, after a very slow start, has picked up his pace nicely here. Getting a 4 and a 6 in that over. One was full and outside the off stump and made full use of that one, Jagisar. So another expensive over here so far by Aidan Owen. Pushes the score along to 47 without loss. Yes, almost caught up to Ramlal now, Jagisar. Owen. This one is wide outside the off stump, signal wide. So rough start to this spell by Aidan Owen. This national under-19 team also has the likes of Daniel Holder in the squad, but hasn't been included in the starting 11 this afternoon. He's a left-arm fast bowler. Just flicked onto the leg side. Get a single, and that single will bring up the 54 Preysal. And it comes in exactly 7 overs, so decent platform being laid here by Nick Ramlal and Justin Jagisa. Jagisa was a bit slow to start with, but he's found another gear now. Hitting a 4 and a 6 in that previous over. So National Under 19 team still searching for their first wicket in this match. Just seen the 3 bowlers used so far. Kadir Juman, Aidan Owen and Ronaldo Fornillier. Of course, they have the likes of Captain Brendan Boodoo with his spin. Keenan Pollard, another spinner. Tyler Ramrup as well. Can bowl a bit of medium pace. So Truman will start his 4th and final over. 0 for 15 so far. Quick single. Great job by Ramlal and Jagisa to pick up these quick singles. They've been constantly keeping pressure on the under 19 fielders. So it's driven down the ground. Pollard does the fielding. Driven should get 4 here and does, so pick the gap nicely on that occasion, Nick Ramlal. So 4 more to Ramlal. This partnership moving along quickly now. After a bit of a slow start by this pair. Really setting themselves up for competitive total batting first. More runs here for Ramlal. We don't think of 2, will get 2 easily. So just cut away another single. So yet another solid over by Preysal, and at the end of 8, they're 59 without loss.
Justin Jagger, 24.
Tyler Ramrup has joined the attack. He'll be bowling from the pavilion end. Hoping to get a breakthrough here for the National Under-19 team. Of course, they need a wicket here, but no wickets just yet. This one is pushed on along the ground. Of course, with 10 wickets in hand, I'm almost sure Preysal may take a few more risks very soon. Of course, at the toss just in, Gangu said he was hoping to get in the vicinity of 180. Well, this one is a full toss. Will be signal a no ball. Well, Jagisar was halfway down the wicket and was sent back by Ramlal. So free hit coming here for Preysal. Not sure if that one slipped out the hands of Ramrup. It was almost shoulder height, that delivery. Full toss. Yeah, that one sailed over the head of Ramlal, and even keeper Zakaria Mohammed couldn't stop that one. Yeah, well overhead height actually. So free hit here to Ramlal. It's only struck down the ground. Doesn't have enough on it. Of course, it's a free hit, so just a single. .63 without loss, Preysal. Ramrup, and he's bowled. Will try to give himself room to just. You saw him play that shot early in the innings, Jagisar. Tried to just flick that one over his shoulder, gave himself room by moving to the offside. But he left his stumps exposed, and Ramrup struck the leg stump, so Jagisar has to depart. Yeah, just taking a look at the replay. Yeah, leg stump. So good response here by Tyler Ramrup. Just a breakthrough they would have needed. Preysal's 63 for 1. Sachin Sicharan has made his way to the middle. Sicharan, a former National League player. .63 for 1, Preysal. So Ramrup getting the first breakthrough for the National Under-19 team. hitting the leg stump of Justin Jagisa. Jagisa was bowled. So Ramrup to bowl to new batsman Sicharan. Sicharan is cutting this one straight to backward point. That was Aidan Owen doing the fielding there at, sorry, Ronaldo Fornillier doing the fielding at backward point. This one a play and a miss by Sicharan. So that brings, so Ramrup, when you consider he did bowl a no ball in that over, but a decent response by him, just conceding the 4 runs in that over, and he got the wicket of Jagisa for 25. So at the end of 9 overs, Preysal 63 for 1. Of course, Sachin Sicharan, I remember him being a part of the national under 15 team way back in 2013, along with the likes of Chris and Kali Charan, Keegan Simmons, Christian Turton as well was in that squad. Lots of those players now are around in their mid-20s, around 20, probably around 26, 27 years old. All of those players still, some of them still very active in regional and local cricket. So Amrit Pittiman has replaced Kadir Juman. Juman, of course, bowling his 4 overs already. So another left-arm spinner in action here in Pittiman. So just pushed along the ground to Cristiano Ramanan at long on. So despite just losing the 1 wicket so far, Preysal, they only going at around 7 runs and over. Of course, they be hoping to get at least 150, 160 in this match. Right now, they're just projected to get to 140 or so. So just flicked away, finds a gap beautifully here on this occasion, Sicharan. So Sicharan off the mark. It was a low full toss, and well, he turned it into a full toss because he made a step down the crease. Just flicked it. Yeah, just a long stride forward, and showing that got to him on the full. So off the mark, Sicharan. So of course, this is the first match of a doubleheader in Group A today. There's the second match. Will feature a lot of household names in that match. The likes of Darren Bravo, captaining the Queen's Park Cricket Club. Some regional quality in that team as well. You have the likes of Kofi James and Kenal Lewis, the Jamaican, who scored a century on Thursday. They'll feature for Central Sports. A quick single taken here, just, well, I tell you, a direct hit. Might have seen Ramlal making his way back to the pavilion, but it's Brendan Boodoo doing the fielding, couldn't get a direct hit. So at the end of 10 overs, Preysal We're going to have a short drinks break with Preysal. 71 for 1. So about to resume after a short drinks break. Of course, it's very important for these players and the umpires to stay hydrated. Extremely hot conditions here in Port of Spain, Trinidad today. Tyler Ramroop will continue. Got a wicket in his first over. Getting the wicket of Justin Jagisar for 25. Just feel that national under-19 team just, if they could get a couple more quick wickets, they'll be on top of this match, because Preysal still just under 7 runs and over. Not this one. Well, this one is well struck by Sichan. He'll get 4 on this occasion. That was beautifully timed by the left-hander, which has got to 75 for 1. Was a full pitch delivery. Yeah, almost a Yorker length, that one, but that one actually Just race to the boundary. 75 for 1 Preysal. Ramrup into Sicharan. So it's cut away. That way he intended it to go. Short third man fielder Ramanan does the fielding. Ramanan was off to a flying start early in his innings, but just batting at a little over 100 run strike rate. A little over a strike rate of 100 now, just 36 off 31, so he's slowed down considerably here. Not finding the boundaries as regularly as he did in the first few overs of this innings. Ramup into Lala. This one is driven, was in the air for quite some time, but fell well short of Pollard. It's Keenan Pollard. I believe Kaiden Pollard is the correct pronunciation of the junior Pollard. So another decent over there by Tyler Ramup. He has figures so far of 1 for 10 in his 2 overs. And at the end of 11 overs, Preysal Sports now 77 for 1.
Ramlal on 87, Picharan on 11.
Yeah, with 9 wickets in hand, Preysal batsman here could afford to take a risk or two. Of course, it doesn't make sense batting out 20 overs and just losing 3 or 4 wickets and getting just a 135, 140, hoping to get past 150 in the T20 format. So let's cut away, just a single. Yeah, because if they continue at this rate, it will fall well short of that goal of 180 set by Justin Jangu, captain of Preysal. At the toss, he said, was hoping for a score of 180 or so. Amrit Pittiman has started his second over. Left arm spinner. So let's cut away by Citran, finds a feel good feeling by. That's Ronaldo Fornelli. Still able to get a single. Yeah, under 19 team doing a great job in keeping boundaries to a minimum over the last few overs. Yeah, projected score just 137 now. Another dot delivery, so decent over here by Pittiman. Well, that's really poor fielding there by the short third man fielder. Should have just been a dot ball or single for the most, but I'm not sure if the bounce or the speed of the ball surprised him, but he gives away 4 there. Yeah, not the best effort there by, looks like Levi Ghani, the culprit. Misfield on that occasion. Yeah, Levi Ghani giving away 3 or 4 runs on that occasion. This one is pulled away. Get a single to think of two. Good pick up and throw there by Eden Owen, so just keeping them to a single, and at the end of 12, Preysal Sports now 84 for 1. This one is flicked over the shoulder. Will get runs here, may get 4 and will. So that one just break the shackles. It was a slow period. Last few was boundaries have been tough to come by for Preysal. So a welcome sign here for Preysal. Ramlal. So Justin Jagisal earlier play a couple shots very similar to that. That one kind of sort of on the middle and leg stump line. Just flicking it over his shoulder. Ramlal is on 47 now. Starting to show the quality that he showed early in his innings. This one bounces away from getting to a half century. Just a single on this occasion. He's moved to 48 or 40 deliveries now. As he was mentioning off air, a lot of left arm spinners in the National Under 19 setup. One player from Presentation College San Fernando, Zion Phillip. Lucky not he was left out of this initial Under 19 squad, but sure he will be continuing to work on his game to probably make the team next year or make it onto the senior team in a few years' time. This one is cut away. We'll get another 4 here, so great over so far here for Preysal. 2 4s in the over. Just 3 deliveries gone in this over, so a bit expensive here so far by Ramup. Yeah, that one was only fractionally short and cut away nicely by Sicharan. He's moved to 16 off 11 deliveries. Yeah, so not surprised that with 9 wickets in hand, Preysal trying to play a few more shots here. So it's again more runs here. It's partially stopped and well, again, should have done better on that occasion. Again, it seems to be. Not sure if it's Tyler Ramup again. Of course, you saw a misfield by in the previous over by Levi Ghani. Levi Ghani had a misfield that went for 4 in the previous over, so I'm sure the 19 team will hope to sharpen up their fielding as this tournament progresses. This one is down the leg side. Scramble a by as well. Ramup. So this pushed along the ground. 99 for 1, Preysal. His partnership now 36 of 25 deliveries. Productive over here for Preysal. Already 14 runs coming from it. 15 in fact. Still delivery to go. This one is attempted. This one, I think, and it's gone. So we tried to cut at that one. Nick Ramalala, you win, gets a 50 on this occasion. It wasn't the best delivery in the world, bowled by Tyler Ramroop. He's disappointed with that one, Nick Ramlal, but he has to go. A decent knock by him, but he has to go for 48. You see the replay of that one, it was wide outside the off stump and just got a thin outside edge, and wicketkeeper Zachariah Mohammed completed the catch. So another breakthrough here for the national under-19 team. Preysal now 99 for 2. So Amir Pittiman has started his third over. This game's still hanging in the balance here. They're batting a wrong 7. Excellent fielding there by Captain Brendan Boodoo. A struck foot was straight to him, but it was struck firmly. Picked it up cleanly. Just around 7.5 runs and over Preysal. So both teams, very balanced game at the moment. Feel on the 19 team just a couple wickets away from being in control of this match, but on the other hand, 2 or 3 big overs here will certainly put Preysal in a strong position to post a over 150. It's a big swing and a miss by Fishan Jagisa. Of course, Jagisa had batted quite, played his shots in Preysal's opening game against Queen's Park on Thursday. Really found the boundary regularly. On this occasion, again, how quickly he comes out to the crease and shows his ball striking ability immediately. Clears the long off boundary for 6. Yeah, he showed his ball striking ability just a couple of days ago, and he starts well here again. And on a full pitch delivery outside the off stump by Pittiman and easily cleared the boundary. Of course, Kaidan Pollard could only watch that one sail over his head at long off. This one attempted cut shot, but dot delivery on this occasion. And that brings the over to an end. Not a bad over by Pittiman at the end of 14. Preysal 106 for 2. Of course, later on, the batting of the under-19 team will be led by players like Cristiano Ramanan, very capable as well. Captain Brendan Pudu. Expected to bat at maybe 3 or 4. Zakaria Mohammed. Expected to open the batting. Of course, Preysal. Their bowling attack will be led by the likes of Ronaldo Forrester, Marlon Richards, and Captain Justin Gangu. Yeah. Marlon Richards has been around for a very long time. Of course, the former TNT Red Force base bowler. No slouch of the batters. Also, Marlon Richards. We may see him if Preysal lose a few more wickets. So we're going to see Kaiden Pollard, off spinner, join the attack now, bowling to Sicharan. This one is driven away. There's protection on the cover boundary, so just a single. Was Junior Pollard hoping to make a name for himself in the cricketing world, just like his father has done for the past couple decades. Of course, the older Pollard, Kieran Pollard, doing some coaching now in the IPL for the Mumbai Indians. Just sorting out his field here, Kieran Pollard. 107 for 2, Preysal. Was 10 runs and over here will get them to 167. This one is struck away. It's in the air, but will land safely. Two more to Vishan Jagisar. So again, it's in the air. And it goes the full distance. I didn't realize he timed it so well at first, but again, Vishan Jagisar showing his... Hits the ball very cleanly, Jagisar. That one was wide enough, full as well. It's expensive start here by Kaiden Pollard. Jagisar already has raced to 14 or 5 deliveries. I tell you, if Vishan Jagisar bats the remaining overs here, they will certainly get way over 150. He's looking to score off every delivery. Vishan Jagisar. So again, more runs here, and it's 6 more. So excellent ball striking here by Vishan Jagisar. He's raced to 20 off 7 deliveries. Pollard needs to find a response. That one just fractionally, not that full. That was excellent shot there by Jagisar. Well, our camera woman, Simi, was a bit of danger there for a moment. So expensive over there by Pollard. 15 runs coming off it. And at the end of 15 overs, Preysal 121 for 2. Amrit Pittiman. So this cuts away. Well fielded again by Brendan Pudu. Couldn't stop the single though. Sitting leading from the front in the field, Brendan Pudu. Brendan Pudu, a very capable spinner as well. I haven't seen him, hasn't brought himself into the attack just yet. Of course, this tournament is a preparation tournament for this under-19 team, sponsored by Fial in this tournament. Yeah, Budu probably giving his other spinners a chance to get a bit of experience. Certainly, I'm sure Budu will bowl at some point during this tournament. This one is struck away and a slog sweep for 6. Way over into the second level at Republic Bank stand. Sorry, the CL Financial Limited stand. That would have been a 6 on every ground throughout the Caribbean. That one was well struck by Sicharan. Sicharan moves to 23 off 17 deliveries now. Vishan Jagisar 26 off 9 already, passing the total by Sicharan. This one again is cut away, so more runs here for Preysal. Should get 4 and will, so certainly improving their scoring rate nicely now, Preysal. His partnership has already worth 33 runs off just 15 deliveries. So Sicharan following the footsteps now of his partner Vishan Jagisar. National 19 team looking for a breakthrough here. And again, he's attempted cut shot and he's out, given out, caught behind. So just what I was just saying, that National under 19 team need to find a wicket here. This partnership was threatening to take the game away from the under 19 team, but Pittiman gets the breakthrough. Sicharan just trying to cut that one through again through the backward point region. Getting a edge on Zachariah Mohammed, takes the catch. Mohammed having a decent showing behind the stumps this afternoon. So Preysal now 132 for 3. Yes, after being struck for a 6 and a 4 by Sicharan, Pittiman had the last laugh, getting the wicket of Sachin Sicharan. See that projected score now up to 169. Will be a competitive total for Preysal. Of course, and the 19's hoping to get a couple more wickets to limit that total by Preysal. Pittiman. Akshaya Prasad has joined Vishan Jagisar in the middle. So that brings the over to a close, and a successful over for Pittiman at the end of 16 overs. Preysal now 134 for 3. Ronaldo Fornillier is back into the attack. Bowled 2 overs earlier just for 10 runs. Fishan Jagisa will face this second delivery of the 17th over. Just pushed onto the offside, a single taken. Of course, at least 10 runs and over from this stage will get Preysal up to around 175. Was Ronaldo Fornillier expected to be one of the leading fast bowlers for this under-19 team at the regional under-19 tournament. So he struck on down the ground. We'll get one. He'll come back for 2. Good running. But just gets back in time. Akshay Prasad. Another single here. Push the score along now to 140 for 3. Decent over here by Fornillier. Just no boundaries yet in this 17th over. 6 runs coming off it. They'll hope to end strong here, this final delivery. Ends with a dot delivery, so tight over by Fornillier. Fornillier just 6 runs coming off that over. At the end of 17 overs, Preysal batting first in this Group A fixture at 140 for 3. Aidan Owen is back into the attack for a couple expensive overs earlier. Conceded 25 runs in his first 2 overs. 24 actually. So shot down the ground by Prasad. Doesn't have enough in it, but it lands in front of the long off-fielder who had to run to his right to retrieve the ball. He will complete 2 runs. Pulling things back a bit here in the 19 seams. The 19 just want to shut down the ground. Well, should get 6 on this occasion and does. So getting another boundary here in the 19 team. That one was full and outside the off stump. Ramananat long off. Thought at one point he had a chance to get his hands on it, but could just watch it sail over his head. So again, just pulled away by Prasad. Not timed, so just get 1. That brings up the 150 for Preysal after 17.4 overs. Already 10 runs off this over by Aidan Owen. Still 2 deliveries to go. He's going to come around the wicket to Fishan Jagisa. This one is pulled away. Again, not timed perfectly by Jagisa. So they're doing a decent job of keeping Jagisa a bit quiet in these last couple overs. Bit wayward this time by Owen. So it's pulled away. It's in the air, but it will land safely, and it does go all the way. So, very fruitful over there by Preysal, including 2 sixes in the over. Preysal now 115 for 3. for Nilly. Well, he's greeted with a 60 first ball of the 19th over. So Preysal here on the charge now. Back-to-back sixes. You saw a six off the final delivery of previous over bowled by Aidan Owen. Now the first delivery of the 19th over. Struck by Jagisar over the mid-wicket boundary. 164 for 3, Preysal. Course here for 180. So again, down to that mid-wicket region. Just a single though on this time, on this occasion. Some more runs here for Preysal. Will get 4. This time off the bat of Akshaya Prasad. It's turning into a very strong partnership between these two. Putting Preysal in a very commanding position here at the Queen's Park Oval. $169 for 3. Still 9 deliveries to go. Shoved down the ground. Dot delivery for Fonillier. Keeps the score at 170 for 3. Fonillier into Jagisar. So again, so decent entered over 4 for Fonillier. 2 dot deliveries at the end of 19 overs. There's 1 over remaining. Preysal 170 for 3. Tyler Ramrup will bowl final over for the national under 19s. Ramrup, the most successful bowler so far for under 19s with his 2 for 25. Real stylish looking shot there by Prasad. $171 for 3, Preysal. So shot down the ground. Should get 6 here. Just over the head of Cristiano Ramanan at long off. At long on. So another 6 to Fishan Jagisa. Really hits the ball cleanly. The right-hander. Oh, he's 40 off 19 deliveries now, Jagisa. Can he get to 50? This one again, Chuck Duncan doesn't. Well, he didn't time it perfectly, but he still gets enough of it. So back-to-back sixes here for Vishan Jagisa. That brings up the 50-run partnership as well in just 22 deliveries. So Ramrup on a bit of pressure here now. .183 for 3. Still 3 deliveries to go. Shot down to just will find a fielder, just a single down to deep extra cover. Deep cover, in fact. Yeah, this partnership is exactly what Preysal would have needed to get past 180. This partnership, these two going at a strike rate of over 200. This partnership, this one is struck in the air. It's fielded by Pollard at deep mid wicket, so just another single. Round up to bowl the final delivery of the first innings. This one is driven down the ground. Straight to Fornelia. They'll get one. They'll come back for 2. Chance for a run out here. And he will be run out, Visham Jagisa. But a solid total here by Preysal. Well set up by Nick Ramlal earlier. Nick Ramlal scored 48 and Jagisa run out of the final delivery. Also falling just short of a half century. But at the end of 20 overs, Preysal posting a healthy total indeed. Closing on 186 for 4. So you actually to stay tuned to 360 TV, and just in about 15 minutes time, we'll have the response of the under-19s. So welcome back to 360 TV for this live coverage of the T20 Festival. Preysal Sports Club versus National Under-19 team. Preysal Sports Club batting first, got a 186 for 4 in their 20 overs. That innings well set up by Nick Ramlal and Vishan Jagisa, both getting into the 40s, both falling just short of a half century. Bowling for the 19s, Tyler Ramrup. He got 2 wickets to his name. They'll have a big task here of trying to get to 187 for victory, but on the 19s, they do have some capable batsmen in their lineup. So just a minute or two away from the resumption. Because this is the first match of a doubleheader being played today. Of course, from 7 p.m. Central Sports Yorkshire will battle Queen's Park Cricket Club. That match should start on time, as this match is moving along quite quickly. We've seen one of the openers just switching his pads at the last moment. Looks like Levi Ghani just deciding to have a change of pads. Of course, the 19s using this tournament as preparation for the regional under-19 tournament scheduled to be played in during the July-August holidays. Yes, it's going to be Levi Ghani and Zachariah Mohammed opening the batting for the 19s. Opening the bowling for Preysal. Looks like it's going to be Ronaldo Forrester. Absolutely scorching conditions here in Port of Spain. So the fielders just getting into their positions as they get ready for this start of the second innings. Marlon Richards now just doing his warming up at long on. He's expected to possibly bowl from the other end. But here we go, Ronaldo Forrester, Zachariah Mohammed. So just pushed firmly onto the offside. No run taken, straight to the fielder. Both Ghani and Mohammed had pretty strong campaigns during the youth cricket season, which included the Second Age Schools Cricket League. This one has attempted to hit that one onto the leg side, Mohammed, but didn't make proper connection. So he struck away, but then he's caught and he's gone. So Mohammed has to depart for a duck. First wicket of the innings goes to Ronaldo Forrester. Not the start that the national 19s would have wanted. The 0 for 1. Just taking a look at the replay of that one, it was wide of the off stump and good catch by Aaron Banki. Had to do some work diving to his right. Zakar Mohammed is disappointed. He shakes his head as he walks off. Brendan Boodoo, and the 19 captain, makes his way to the crease. It's a perfect start here for Preysal, trying to defend 186 for victory. Of course, Preysal lost their opening match against Queen's Park, so hoping to bounce back here. Forrester into Boodoo. So solid on defense this time. This one just excellent start to this innings by Ronaldo Forrester. Excellent line and length here by Forrester, keeping the pressure on the 19 teams early on in this innings. Boodoo punches this one onto the offside. But excellent start here for Preysal, because at the end of 1 over, then the 19 trying to get to 187 for victory. At 1 for 1.
One for one after the first over. Bowling for Preysal, Foster from the Brian Aaron Pavilion. Fishan Chagasa.
Fishan Chagasa has joined the attack. He showed his ability with the bat, scoring 48. Both Chagasa and Nick Ramalal both scoring 48, getting with the top contributors in getting Preysal to that score of 186 rather. Single to Boodoo. Bring Levi Ghani on strike. Attempted cut shot by Ghani. Didn't get any butt on it. Gets off the mark this time, Ghani. A lot of open space on that leg side. Just 3 fielders on the leg side to spinner Jagisa. Has a short, fine leg. 2 fielders on the boundary. There's one at mid wickets and another at long off. So a lot of opportunity to score on the leg side. On the other hand, on the offside is a slip in place, a deep first slip. Two fielders close to each other at backward in the backward point region. So cover, extra cover, and a mid off. Another single to Brendan Pudu. But decent over there by Jagisa. Just 3 runs coming off it, and at the end of 2 overs, slow start here for the under-19s. They're 4 for 1. Pudu doesn't find the gap, so thought delivery to start by Gangu. So struck in the air, but clears the infield, and Budu will get 4. Seems to be an intentional shot there by Brendan Budu. So first boundary of the innings for the 19s. Pushes the score now to 8 for 1. Trying to cut this one, Brendan Budu. Seemed to beat him for pace. This one's down the leg side and swept away. Well, I thought he got some bat on that one, but a wide signaled. She was attempted pull shot by Budu. If he got any bat on that, that one certainly would have raced to the boundary, because just those 3 fielders on the leg side, one fielder that was positioned more at a square leg position now go into more of a deep backward square leg, well, backward square leg rather. So again, a similar shot that we saw earlier in the over, just playing uppishly, but playing it over the infield intentionally by Brendan Budan. Gets 4 more. Wasn't perfectly timed by Budu, but timed well enough. He gets 4. So decent over this for the national under 19s. Already 10 runs coming from this first over. Bowled by the Preysal captain Justin Gangu. Sorry. So it's wide down. So just we would start here by the Preysal skipper. So it's third wide of the over, and this one goes on to the boundary for 4. So 5 wides. Just the over on the 19s would have needed to get this run chase back on track. They lost the early wicket of Zakaria Mohammed for a duck in the very first over. Expensive start here by the Preysal captain. Just punched on through to mid-wicket region, so gets on a single. So 16 runs coming off that third over, and at the end of 3 overs, and the 19s are 20 for 1.
Plus 2 for 1 after 3 overs.
Fishan Chagisar will start his second over. Bowling to Brendan Budu. So Ghani not only facing three deliveries so far, Levi Ghani. So struck down the ground. Well struck by Budu. Just 2 bounces and into the fence. So third boundary for Brendan Budu, showing his ability here, the under 19 captain. Again, first we still in the power play, and just no feelers on the offside on the boundary. So once he clears that infield, more than likely will run away to the boundary for 4. Just 5 feelers on the offside, but they're all, of course, inside the circle. So it's cut away. Good shot again by Budu, but finds a field at backward point. Budu's look solid so far. He's on to 16 already. Ghani just on 1. Was just facing 3 deliveries so far. Swept away again with excellent batting here by Budu. He goes all the way for 6. So Brendan Budu, a man with a lot of quality. Budu, he just missed out on a spot on the West Indies under 19 team earlier this year. Was named as one of the reserves. Yeah, that one was outside the leg stump and just helped it along its way. Budu, 30 for 1. Only 10 runs coming from this over. Of course, Budu facing the bulk of the deliveries in this partnership so far. Just punch onto the offside. A quick single taken. Bring Ghani back on strike. Of course, Budu has gotten a start here, so we have to push on. So an attempted cut shot by Ghani. Because a good response by Vishan Jagisa. This one struck onto the leg side. He'll get a single. Thought about two for a moment, but settled for one. So excellent over. Two excellent back-to-back overs for the 19s, putting their run chase back on track here. And after 4 overs, 32 for 1. To Ronaldo Forrester, who just conceded 1 run in his first over, along with a wicket, will rejoin the attack. Bowling to Ghani. Ghani just pushes this one onto the offside. Another bad start by the 19s, despite the loss of Zakaria Mohammed for a duck. Moved along quite nicely to 32 for 1, just into the 5th over. Of course, long way to go here for the under 19 team, trying to get to 187 for victory. So it's driven over the infield. Good shot there by Ghani and get 4 more. So his first boundary. His first boundary of his innings. Ghani. Making use of this power play. Yeah, no protection on the offside, on the boundary. So once he clears the infield, runs are there for the taking. Driven again, almost identical shot by Ghani, almost posing that on that occasion. His teammates in the pavilion appreciate that effort. Just turning into great partnership here so far by Ghani and Budu. Yeah, just opening the face of the bat at the final moment, and that one cleared the infield and raced down to the extra cover boundary for 4. Yeah, Forrester not pleased with that one. It's a bit too full on that occasion. So just flicked onto the leg side. He'll get 1. He'll settle for 1. So just punch onto the onside. We get one. They'll come back for two. A quick single. Good running there by Boodoo. He pushed Ghani for that second one. He was going to the danger end. Call Ghani for that second single and worked out in the end. So quick 2 runs taken. Pushes the score along to 43 for 1 now. Then the 19s. Of course, that required run rate around 9.5 runs and over, but with wickets in hand, they'll probably need to have at least wickets in hand going into the last 5 or 6 overs. It's an excellent partnership here so far by these two. Keeping the 19s in the match. This one is cut away and we will get 4. So this is excellent batting here by the under 19 captain. He races a 29 off 18 deliveries. So expensive over there by Ronaldo Forrester. And at the end of 5 overs, the 19s are 47 for 1. Quick single and gets home just in time, Brendan Boodoo. A risky single on that occasion as Vishan Jagisar started his third over. Yeah, direct hit. I think Boodoo would have been heading back to the pavilion now. Fortunate for him. No direct hit on this occasion. 48 for 1 on the 19s. So just punched onto the offside. As we enter the last over of the power play. Of course, Boodoo is well set now. He's 29 off 18 deliveries. Of course, certainly doesn't want to give it away now. Just want to try again to probably clear the infield on the offside, but this occasion, Boodoo didn't get any bats on it. Well, wicketkeeper Aaron Banky was a bit excited there, but of course we ask our viewers to stay tuned to 360 TV for second match of a doubleheader. Queen's Park Cricket Club will be up against Central Sports Yorkshire from 7 p.m. So let's cut away. Runs here. We'll get 4, Brendan Boodoo. So Boodoo is certainly leading from the front. Then the 19 captain brings up the 54 for the 19s and also the 50-run partnership. So this partnership keeping the 19s in the run chase. Or still a long way to go. Trying to get to that target of 187. So punched away onto the offside. So that brings the power play to a close. And at the end of it, and the 19s are 52 for 1. Seems that Akshaya Prasad will replace Ronaldo Forrester from the northern end.
Fial U19, 52 for 1. Bowling for Preysal Sports Club from the Willie representant, Akshaya Prasad.
This one is an appeal for an LBW. Look like a good shot, but maybe going down the leg side, but they are able to scramble a leg by. Take a look at, yeah, that one going well down, way down the leg side. Easy decision there for the umpire. Brings Boodoo back on track. Boodoo is pushing this one down the ground. Just beats Prasad. 54 for 1. It's gotten a lot cooler now at the Queen's Park Oval. It's now 5:20 p.m. We haven't seen experienced fast, medium pace, medium fast bowler Marlon Richards just yet. This one is cut away, more runs here. Well, excellently fielded at backward point. Well, Ghani was halfway down the wicket, has to scramble back. He gets back safely. Just pushed onto the leg side. So you have about 5 fielders now positioned on the boundary. Of course, the power play is ended. Decent start here by Akshaya Prasad. Ghani's back on strike. Into the dot delivery. Just a few runs off that over. And at the end of 7 overs, then the 19s are trying to get to 187 or 56 for 1. So Vishan Jagisa has started his 4th and final over. So it's pulled away by Brennan Boodoo. Not perfectly timed, but he's got a single. A lot of 3 fielders now on the boundary on the leg side. So it will be tough to get 4s on that leg side. He'll have to try to find the gaps. This one struck on the offside, single here. So struck down the ground. Not sure if he has enough on it. Akshay Prasad gets on it and takes the catch. So excellent catch. I think believes it's Akshay Prasad, not 100% sure. So actually Brendan Bood is the man dismissed. Bood was moving along nicely there, but he has to depart now. He will be disappointed. He was batting very well, really taking his team out of a spot of bother after the early fall of Zakaria Mohammed. But just didn't get enough on it.
Brandon Budu for 36. For Akshay Prasad. Bowling of Dagestan.
Yeah, it was actually Prasad taking that catch, running to his left at long off. Good work by Prasad, giving Vishan Jagasar his first wicket. So Krishan Lal is the new batsman. He joins Ghani in the middle. Budu's knock he fell for 36 runs. Jagisar into Lal. Pushes this one along the ground to bowler. So that brings the 8 over to a close, and a wicket taking over there for Vishan Jagisar. Got the breakthrough of Brendan Budu for 36 of 29 deliveries. So then the 19s will be looking for to build another partnership here. As they're 58 for 2. Of course, Lal is a very capable batsman. Still batting to come for this under 19 team. Cristiano Ramanan, Kaidan Pollard. Prasad. This one was up in the air for a moment. Well fielded in the end by Prasad. Quick single taken by either pair. I think Preysal they have their noses in front just slightly in this chase so far, because that required run rate is now around 11 runs and over. Got the dangerous wicket of Brendan Budu. So Lalan Ghani will have to sort of rebuild this innings now. Punch on the ground. Yeah, so following the loss of that wicket, a slow period here for the under-19s. Of course, that often happens with the fall of a wicket. Just 2 runs off this over so far. So push onto the offside, a single taken. So back-to-back great overs here for the Preysal team. Just 3 runs coming off that over. And at the end of 9, and the 19s trying to get to 187 for victory. Have some work to do here still. They're 61 for 2. So Marlon Richards has joined the attack, bowling to Levi Ghani. Ghani just opens the face of the bat and gets a single. Marlon Richards, of course, no stranger to local cricket. Has been around for quite some time now. And the 19s have to increase the scoring rate very soon here. That required run rate inching up to 12 runs and over now. Preysal bowling a few tight overs. During those overs, also got the wicket of National Under-19 captain Brendan Boodoo. Another single to Lal. Richards keeping Ghani and Lal quiet here in this 10th over. Gonna have a short drinks break after this over. Of course, sure Preysal will be the happier team at this stage. Just pull onto the leg side. He'll get 1. He'll come back for 2. So good running there by Lal and Ghani. That'll bring the 10th over to a close. The score on 68 for 2. I'm going to have a short drinks break now, but join us in a few minutes' time as in the 19s will need to increase the scoring rate as they try to get to 187. Welcome back to live coverage of the T20 festival. Match between Preysal and Fial National Under 19 team. And the 19 succeed for 2 after 10 overs. Akshay Prasad will bowl to Levi Ghani. Levi Ghani had a crease quite some time now. 19 of 21 deliveries. Certainly will be looking to increase that scoring rate. This one is pulled away. Well, runs here. He'll get 4. So excellent. Great shot there by Ghani. He was short and he was in position quickly. Need a couple of big overs to get back into this match in the 19s. Because of course that required run rates is around 12. They'll get 1. They'll come back for 2. It's good running between the pair. 72 for 2. $74 for 2 rather. This one is struck in there and it's dropped. I'm not sure who the guilty fielder is there. It was struck firmly and it had some height as well, but should have been taken. I seem to mistime his jump. Jumped a bit too early on that occasion. Prasad not happy with that effort. It's like Nathaniel McDavid, number 77. Yes, Nathaniel McDavid. Putting down that chance. $76 for 2 there on the 19s. So it's pushed onto the leg side. Get another single. So decent over for the U19s. 9 coming off it. And at the end of 11 overs, the 19s are 77 for 2.
At the end of 11 overs, 77 to 2.
Marlon Richards will start his second over. Just conceding 6 runs in his opening over. Of course, I know he'll be looking for much more than that. He'll be hoping to get himself in the wickets column. Excellent delivery on this occasion by Richards. Well kept out as well by Lal. Yorker delivery. Need at least maybe 2 boundaries every over from this stage, the U19s. This one is flicked away. An appeal for caught behind. Probably brushed the pads of Lal. Just one run coming off this over so far. But a bit of innovation showed there by Lal. Didn't get a bat on it, but they will complete a bye. 79 for 2 now. But a single. I don't think they'll mind singles too much, Preysal, because that required run rate is now around 13 runs and over. So need to find some boundaries here, the U19s. Lal hasn't struck any boundaries, already faced 12 deliveries. Christian Lal. Kani as well as 20 off 26 deliveries. Just want another excellent bowling here by the experienced Marlon Richards. Was a slow ball on that occasion. So at the end of 12 overs, Preysal will certainly be the happier team at this stage, as under 19 team 13 runs and over from this stage. They do have wickets in hand, but they need a couple batsmen to play special knocks here. At 81 for 2. Nathaniel McDavid will join the attack. Big drive attempted there by Lal. Lal struggling to get going here. 6 off 13 deliveries now. So another play on a miss by Lal. Pressure building on the under 19 team here. With every dot ball that required run rate just inching up a bit. A reverse sweep attempted on it. What a shot by Lal. Planted just in front of the ropes. Gets 4. So worked out perfectly for Lal. Almost executed to perfection on that occasion. Seemed to be premeditated. That occasion, Lal. So he pushes the score along to 10 off 16 deliveries. So struck straight to the extra cover fielder. 85 for 2. Look at Richmond, look at Marlon Richards on the field. Probably in his late 30s now. He still seems to be enjoying his cricket a lot. Former TNT Red Force fast bowler. At the end of 13 overs, the under 19s need a couple big overs here. They're 87 for 2.
End of 13 overs, 87 for 2.
The required run rate over 14 runs and over now. This game's starting to slip away from this under 19 team. Need at least 2 big overs where they get maybe 17, 18 runs.
Bowling from the Brian Arrow pavilion, Nick Ramlal.
Nick Ramlal, who struck 48 earlier today, will take up the attack from the southern end. Ramlal, a left-arm spinner. I think it's now or never for this under 19 team. They have to try something here. So just punch down the ground. They'll get 1. They'll come back for 2. Easy 2 runs in the end. Yeah, this partnership with 31 runs, but it's come off 33 deliveries, so it shows you they have struggled to find the boundary. Find the boundaries in this partnership. So it's cut away. Another single. Of course, Preysal win mind singles at all at this stage. They could take singles all day. This one is swung away. Don't think didn't get all of it. And he's out caught. So Christian Lala has to depart. Gone for 11. They needed to try something anytime now to try to, well, Nathaniel McDavid, who dropped a catch earlier in the match, he rebongs to take the catch this time to give Nick Ramlal the wicket. Dropped a catch off Akshay Prasad, Prasad's bowling earlier. Holds on this occasion. Never know, this wicket may be a blessing in disguise, because it brings young Kaiden Pollard to the crease. Pollard, I've heard, that can hit the ball quite hard, just like his father Kyron. It's opportunity for him now to show that ball striking ability, because they need 15 runs and over to get to this target. Of course, Kaiden Pollard, a student at Fatima College, school with a rich history in cricket, producing the likes of legendary batsman Brian Lara, along with Darren Bravo, Akil Hussain as well. Passed through Fatima College as well. So a job to do here for Kaiden Pollard. He has joined Levi Ghani. Ghani just a strike rate of a little over 100, so he will of course have to support Pollard in at the crease and get a few boundaries. 90 for 3, the under 19s. Preysal will be confident of pulling off this victory now. Pollard off the mark immediately, just flicks this one down to mid-wicket, gets a single, brings Ghani back on strike. Just realized that Ramlal changes. Was it formed by my producer Dylan that he switches style of bowling during that over Ramlal? So showing a bit of skills here on show. Ramlal. So successful over 4 Ramlal. 1 for 4. His figures 91 for 3. 91 for 3 down the 19s. Need something really special here from one of these two batsmen, or if not both of them, to get to this target of 187. 16 runs and over required. Probably need at least 2 boundaries every over.
91 to 3 after 14 overs.
It's not play on a miss by Pollard. Gagne on strike now. This one's pulled away or short, but protection there at mid wicket. Deep mid wicket looks like Justin Jagisar doing the fielding there. McDavid. This one struck down the ground. Well, perfect. Well timed there by Pollard. Showing glimpses of what his father has done for last 15-20 years around the world. Almost effortlessly got that to the boundary, just one bounce into the ropes. Need a few more of those than the 19s. So punch shot down the ground, another single. 98 for 3 and the 19s. Gagne has been on the crease for some time, but this one is attempted, well, a bit of luck on this occasion. He tried to hit that one down to the long off region, but got a thick outside edge and goes down to the boundary for 4. So not a bad over by the under 19s. Didn't get the 16 runs that it needed off the over, but got around 11 runs off that over. And at the end of over number 15, then the 19s are 102 for 3. Kieran Pollard is back on strike. He will be facing Nick Ramlal, who starts his second over. Ramlal, this one is wide outside the off stump. Not picked up by keeper Aaron Banky. Actually came off the bat, so one more to Pollard. Runs here for, and in the 19s they'll get one. They'll think of two. Pollard was interested in it, but Ghani said no. So it's struck down the ground. It's in the air. And it's dropped. Seems like Nathaniel McDavid can't stay out of the action. McDavid, he dropped one earlier, then took a catch, but now he puts down another. So it's struck in the air. It will land safely. Beats the infield, but lands short of the fielder at deep cover. It's really going after everything now, the under 19s. They don't have a choice. And the required run rate is more than 18 runs and over needed. Of course, they're trying to get to 187. This one is struck in the air. Finds the gap though. They'll get one. They should get two quite comfortably. Another decent over by left arm spinner Nick Ramlal. Just conceding 7 runs. And at the end of 16 overs, done the 19s. 109 for 3. Another single taken by the under 19s. Brings Ghani back on strike. Preysal took a wicket of Brendan Boodoo early in the innings. Really stopped the flow of runs for the under 19s. That partnership between Ghani and Boodoo really was keeping the under 19s in the game. When Boodoo fell, no batsman really came up to the middle and really got into second gear. We're talking about second gear. This one, again, half a chance by for Nathaniel McDavid, but couldn't keep it from going for 6 also. So 6 runs to Ghani. Difficult chance. Ghani moves his score to 46 now. Not a bad over here by Akshaya Prasad. Well, actually brings the over to a close, so just so 7 runs and over in that over. And at the end of 17 overs, the under 19s with a lot of work to do here, still more than 70 runs required for victory. So Nick Ramlal has started his third over. He's been very economical in this afternoon. Nick Ramlal ready into his third over. Plus figures of 1 for 11. He's bowling to Levi Ghani, who's just 3 runs away from a half century. This one struck onto the offside. This one struck down the ground by Pollard. Well, like father, like son, some of the groundsmen on the 10th right in front of Pavilion had to scamper a bit there, but Pollard gets 6 runs. The senior Pollard very strong, hitting down the ground as well, and the younger Pollard, Kaidan, showing his ability as well. This one is in the air, but just over the Justin Jagisar running back from backward point. He'll get 1, come back for 2. These boundaries here might be a bit too late now for the U19s, but if they could end this innings with a flourish, they probably give themselves some confidence going into their second match. Just want to struck down the ground. Just a single. Pollard on to 22 or 15 deliveries. Ghani back on strike now, just 2 runs away from half century. There hasn't been any half centuries in this match because 48 scored by Nick Ramlal and Vishan Jagisar earlier. Ghani's also now on 48, so no half centuries in this match so far. Quick single there. So at the end of 18 overs, the under 19s will more than likely fall short of this target, as they are 128 for 3.
At the end of the 18th over, 123. Daniel 49, Pollard.
So over number 19 will begin. Of course, Preysal should come out on top in this match. Ronaldo Forrester will start his third over, bowling to Levi Ghani, who's on 49, wide signaled. So just struck onto the leg side. Well, he will bring up his 50 Levi Gani. He'll get one. He'll come back for two. Been a decent effort by Gani, but I'm sure he would have liked it to come in quicker time.
That's 50 for Levi Gani. 51 for his delivery. 4-1-6.
Yeah, that 51 coming off 42 deliveries. Formed a good partnership earlier with his captain, Brendan Boodoo. Boodoo was the dominant player in that partnership. That partnership really gave the under-19s a chance to get to that target, but when Boodoo fell, things never really got going again for the U19s. Forrester. This one is played onto the offside. No single taken. Of course, Preysal and the 19s will be on show very soon again. This one is well struck. No, well, it doesn't have enough on it, does it? And it does. Just beats the fielder at the mid-wicket boundary. Just cleared his head, and seems like Justin Jagisa on the boundary. So 6 runs here to Gani. Would have hoped for a few more of those earlier in his innings. Of course, the 19s will be on show again on Wednesday, 13th of May. They'll be up against Central Sports Yorkshire at 7 p.m. And the following day, well, actually 2 days later, this one again down the ground and 6 more. So it's a late surge here by the under-19s. It may be a bit too late here for the U19s, but giving themselves some confidence going into that game against Central Sports Yorkshire on Wednesday. Preysal will be on a bit of a break now. They don't play until Friday coming. They'll be up against Central Sports Yorkshire from 3 p.m. on Friday, May 15th. This one again. So another 6. Well, amazing hitting here by Levi Gani. Excellent stuff. You would have, as I just mentioned, you would have loved to get a few of these a few overs ago. It's certainly a great effort by Gani. 3 sixes in a row, all on the leg side. Actually, it's not mathematically over, but they need a boundary off. Need a 6 almost off almost every delivery now. Forrester. Okay, just pushes this one onto the offside. He'll get 1. Have to settle for 1. So more than 20 runs coming off that over by Ronaldo Forrester. Really spoils his figures. I will make room for my colleague Dylan Sharma to take you to the close of this match with under 19s 150 for 3.
The end of 19 overs, 153. The manually again shot for completion fronted in front of the player's pavilion. At the end of the match.
Marlon Richards to finish out here for Preysal. 2 overs, none for 9 that he's bowled so far. Very economical in his spell. Hasn't been too many wickets in both innings, to be fair. Of course, as we remember from action on the first day, the surface had a lot of runs in it. Not too many wickets. Seems to be a similar trend, but we'll see in the nighttime game if there is a higher score on the offering. Smash down to long off. Only 1 run though, brings Caden Pollard back on strike. It's been a lovely innings here for Levi Ghani. He's been in tremendous form throughout the secondary school season for Presentation College San Fernando. And he's continuing to show that form here in the bigger leagues against more senior players. Oh, and that's through for 4 byes. Well, not too much that could have been done about that. Certainly it was just up to Aaron Banke on that occasion to ensure that didn't go past, but at this stage, mathematically, isn't gonna hurt Preysal all that much. Wide and smashed down to cover, and it's 4 runs. A lovely shot there with an offer, and it was dropped in quite short as well from Richards. And really nicely thumped through cover there. Cross-batted shot, executed very, very nicely. And this time it's through the leg side, a full toss, lifted up and into the Trini Posse stand. Well, they just needed to have this acceleration a short time earlier. Wickets-wise, they had many wickets in the shed still. And as we saw in the first innings, Preysal going too quickly up until about the 15th over. Then they really accelerated coming down to the death. Fial U19 would just be wondering after this game about what could have been. Certainly it was a chaseable total, especially on this surface, and especially after the start that we saw Fial U19 have to this run chase. But there's good signs here. First game of the tournament, still a lot of cricket to be played, and they hope to take all of those positives out of this match here. A big heave, daylight between bat and ball, whatever little daylight is remaining here as the sun sets over the horizon. Sun also setting on Fial U19 in this first game. All a formality here for this final ball. We don't want to see any wides or any no balls from Marlon Richards. Experienced campaigner. Can put it anywhere on the surface apart from wide, and he does so. It's a dot ball in the end, so that's a victory for Preysal. Victory by 21 runs here. So they get their first victory of the tournament after going down to Queen's Park Cricket Club in the first game. So a win on the Preysal's belt now. Of course, Queen's Park Cricket Club will be in action in just under an hour's time. So a reminder to stay tuned for that game. Queen's Park Cricket Club versus Central Sports Yorkshire. And also a reminder to stay tuned for the presentation, which will be hosted by Jelani Beckles in just a short while. Formalities and handshakes ongoing there. So we do wait for that. So thank you so far, and do stay tuned for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed with the presentation of the Man of Match award for the Preysal Sports Club versus Fial U19 team match, Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board extends sincere thanks and appreciation to the Caribbean Premier League, Trinidad and Tobago Knight Riders, and the Queen's Park Cricket Club for their valued support of the Trinidad T20 Festival 2026 and the continued support development of cricket in Trinidad and Tobago. Of course, we want to congratulate the Preysal Sports Club for winning this match by 21 runs. But at this time, we invite Vishan Jagisa forward to receive the Man of the Match award for his outstanding performance of 48 off 22 deliveries and 1 for 22 in his 4 overs. From Nicholas Primchan, Managing Director of Fial Footwear and Clothing and a valued partner of the TNT Cricket Board. Well played, Vishan. Now we're going to invite, fortunately, the losing captain, Brendan Boodoo. Let's answer a couple questions. Brendan, 186 Preysal posted. You think that too many runs today?
Yeah, I would say that the way we started, we thought we would have gotten them for under 160, and seeing how we batted, we would have chased it pretty easily.
And finally, I know you came out on the losing end, but Levi Ghani showed some potential. Yourself as well before that. I think that if that partnership between yourself and Ghani lasted a few more overs, you think you would have been in with a chance?
Yeah, we always had a chance, you know, we had plenty wickets in hand, and going into the final 4 overs, it wasn't bad, but the intent wasn't really there, so that's where we fall short, and looking at it, coming back stronger in the next games.
Okay, Brendan, all the best and good luck. Thank you. Now invite the winning captain, Justin Jangu, to the podium. Justin, 186, you probably would have been pleased with that effort.
Yeah, we were happy with 185. I think we were probably 10, 15 runs short. We were ideally looking for around 200 after looking at the pitch. But having said that, we were comfortable with 180.
Of course, Vishan and Nick Ramlal both scored 48. How you think they went today?
I think Powder was really, really excellent. It shows his experience and his class, having not played for quite a while and stepping back into the ring and showing what he has to offer. Young Nicky batting at the top of the order there was very, very exceptional. We all know of his talent, and he just showed us what he has to offer as well.
Final question, Justin. What improvements would you like to see from your team between now and the next game on Friday?
I think we started a bit slow in batting in the power play. And then on the flip side, we gave away a little too many runs in bowling in the power play. So those 2 areas I think will be keen for us to improve on.
Okay, thank you, Justin, and all the best.
Thank you.
Invite you to stay tuned to 360 TV and to the Queen's Park Oval. Those in attendance for the second game between Central Sports Yorkshire and Queen's Park Cricket Club.